roasted corn chowder. So I'm going to walk you through that today, and let's see how this goes. So anyways, I'm going to put the camera down here, and what we're going to do here is I'm going to walk you through step by step on how I make this really nice winter meal. So let me get that centered. So yeah, let's get started. So what we have here is a fire roasted corn chowder. And what you're going to need to start off with is some corn, so cans of corn. And the nice thing with that is obviously makes it easy. So it's well, you want to get three cans of corn. And I want to walk around here with the camera going on in the background. And then what's going to happen here is we're going to be making fire roasted corn chowder that has, the nice thing with it is that it actually has some sriracha in it, and the sriracha really does a nice job at does a good job at keeping a really good taste in the soup, while adding a little bit of heat as well. So I just take these cans, and now I'm going to pour it off in the sink, so you don't want any of the extra liquid in there. And then with the corn, we're going to actually cook these over the oven. So with that being the case, I mean, when it's nicer outside, you can actually take these. You can actually take these cans, and you can get real ears of corn if you wanted to, and then you can cook that over the grill if you want to. So you can see here, I'm just going to be putting it into the tray. And I'm a one-man band right now trying to figure out how to do this while at the same time filming. So this could be nice and awkward for all of us, but let's see how this goes. So I'm just going to get this set up here. Hopefully you guys can see that. And I'm going to turn this on. And then we're going to roast these cans of corn. So while that heats up, I'm going to open up the second two cans. So again, just 3 cans of corn is all you need. And with that amount of food, I mean, you should be able to feed 2 people at least 4 to 6 servings is what I'm making right now. So each of these is a normal size can of corn. Nothing always special about it. They're just sweet corn. And I'm just pouring off any of the extra liquid inside the can. And then we're going to be going directly into making sure we preheat it. So if you have any questions or comments as I'm going along with this, I'll probably glance at the screen and answer those. But no, my good friend, he taught me about this this app. So he gave me the spiel about it last week, so I figured I'd try it out and see how it works, and to see if I could share some of my fun cooking adventures on here. I think I see Mrs. Bittner tuning in, so I saw her using it for cooking, so she's inspired me to try it out and see if I can use it also for my cooking also. I figured we're all home. We've all been home for so long now that it's sort of nice to, like, even though I can't be with people, it's sort of nice to have something to virtually share. So got 2 cans in there now. I'm putting my 3rd can in, and we'll just get that put in there. Make sure we get all the sweetness over the corn out of there. Usually I can grab like a wooden spatula when I'm doing this. And then I just even it out. I have it on about medium to medium high right now in this metal skillet. I'm just going to heat the corn up that way. So while that heats up, I'm going to grab the camera. Hello, Peter from Seattle. I know it's too bad you're in Seattle. You could try this in person if you're in Minnesota, but you're too far away right now. That's the one thing. It'd be nice when technology advances and you can just like beam someone in like Star Wars or Star Trek. I mean, that's like the future, isn't it? So yeah. So got that going. So while the corn is heating up over direct flame, I'm going to then go ahead and take some red peppers and just chop these up. So where's my knife? There it is. So this is also a great recipe if you're just trying to figure out, like, maybe you got some red peppers in the kitchen and you don't really know like what to do with them, and you're like, hey, like I've had these for a while, maybe I should think of a recipe to use them. Sort of a nice recipe to use to just go ahead and use up any of the old red peppers you may have. So again, just taking these, and then while the corn's heating up in the one skillet, I have another more heavy-duty Le Creuset pot I'm going to be using, and I'm going to use that to start using these up next. So with this, I'm just going to chop up the peppers. So nothing really exciting about this. Usually while this is going on, I like to have some drinks. Usually I'm chit-chatting with some friends I have over. And so yeah, just get these nice and chopped up. You don't have to really worry about the size at all. Just go ahead and chop these. And then when you're doing this, I'm just going to go ahead and chop all the peppers. So what I have here is I have 2 red peppers, and I have a partial orange pepper that was from a different recipe that I'm just going to throw in the pot also. But really, you only need to have 2 red peppers. You don't really need to have 2 red and one yellow or orange. But I just wanted to use it up before it goes bad. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Normally I'd have an assistant do this, but well, that's going ahead there. You can see over here, you just got like a normal Le Creuset. So I want to take a little bit of olive oil. Take a little bit of olive oil. Just drizzle it in there. You don't need too much. Let's check in on the corn, see how the corn's doing. So I don't like to touch it too much. So what I'm looking for the corn is I'm looking to get it to some more of an orange black color. So I want to really roast it. And so that's going to take a little while. So while the corn's cooking away, I'm just going to keep chopping on all these peppers I got here. So maybe in my next video for some online magic, I'll go ahead and chop these in advance before I turn the camera on. But maybe you tune in and you want to watch some boring chopping right now. So let's watch Matt just chop some peppers, because that's probably not going to teach anything too new or exciting. But maybe if you're tuning in, you can like check it out. So just I'm gonna get all these chopped, and then I want to dump them into the pot. I dump them all in there. And just keep chopping away. So depending on where you're tuning in, I'd love to hear about what recipes you guys love to make during winter. I am wearing a stocking hat. If you noticed in the beginning of the video, but obviously it's not cold in my house. I just have a really bad hair day, so I thought it'd be something goofy to wear. But yeah, I'm just going ahead and chopping all these red peppers like I was talking about. They're pretty popular. They're pretty mainstream now, but these Epicurean cutting boards, if you guys don't have these, like, these things are a game changer. I think they're made out of recycled skateboards, but they're pretty awesome to use, actually. So I really enjoyed, over the years, building up my collection of chopping boards with these things. But one thing that my wife and I really enjoy doing together is cooking. So over the years, we've been messing with it and experimenting with new recipes and things like that. So looks pretty good now with the one pepper. This is the extra pepper I was talking about, just the extra one that really don't have to throw it in there, but I don't want to have it go bad. So yeah, I'm just gonna take this, chop, 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 chop. There we go. Again, you don't need to work the size too much. Just get it nice and chopped up, because again, after you're done, I want to cook all this together in the pot. But then what's going to happen after that is I'm actually going to go ahead and eventually I'm going to put all this in the blender, which is very exciting, and you'll see that a little bit later. So I know this is probably not the most exciting video for a lot of people, but you can see there, if I give sort of a top-down view, you can see I just have all the peppers all thrown in there together. And then over here is the corn. So the corn is cooking. You can see with the corn as it's getting pretty hot right now. But with this, what happens is it's gonna start sticking to the bottom of your pan. So what I did, I always spray, like you can use butter or some kind of like non-stick spray, and that will assist a little bit. But I don't mind if it gets stuck on here. I'm actually hoping the kernels do get stuck to the pan a little bit, and then sort of adds a little bit of extra flavor, a new dimension to the taste of the chowder when I'm done. So it is called fire roasted corn chowder. Again, it says the word chowder. It's not actually seafood chowder. I guess you could actually add seafood to it if you wanted to, but it's actually just it's veggies only. So there's no seafood or meat or anything like that in the actual recipe. But so don't let the name chowder throw you off from what I'm actually making right now. So okay, that's looking pretty good. I'm gonna keep that going. Sorry, you guys get a view of my my face only. Maybe I'll do a more zoomed out shot now, so you can see more of the whole, maybe the whole kitchen. And again, what I'm doing here is, well, right now I'm messing with the actual angle of the camera. But then what I'm going to do here is now I'm going to go ahead and cut into these red onions. So again, not very exciting. Hopefully I don't cry on camera when I'm cutting this onion. But you see they're big. I don't know why, but the grocery store when I went there today had these massive onions. I mean, they're huge. So I'm just going to go ahead and actually just take off the ends, take off the outer layer of it. And then, and again, same kind of thing. I'm just going to chop it into little cubes after that. So, just taking this outer skin off right now over my trash can. The trash can's over here in the corner. So, got that one. And then I'll do one at a time. So usually I just chop it in half. I mean, however you want to chop it, doesn't matter. So again, chop it. And usually what I do is I like to just try to get it all into even sizes. And again, if you want to, you could always chop through the corner only and do this next. It doesn't really matter, but I don't want to be making this all night long and live streaming all night long. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this all chopped up. And then after you get them into relatively even chops, then you're going to dump this back into the same pot that has the peppers. So again, each of these, I mean, they're not overly large or small. I mean, you can't really probably see that. But these are each of the sizes I'm cutting right now. And so again, just chopping them up into sort of medium-sized chunks, and then taking these and then dumping them into the main pot I have behind me that you can't see on camera. So doing that. And then just keep chopping away. this is the other half of this gargantuan onion that I bought at the store today. So, if you know me, I'm a huge Costco fan. And, but surprisingly, I didn't buy these at Costco. I mean, usually Costco, like, I don't know why, but the local grocery store, the Hy-Vee down the road from me, they had these red onions, and for some reason, they're just all, like, massive. So, let's see how flavorful they are. I mean, right now my eyes are getting a little bit watery just because of obviously I'm hovering over the onion. So, maybe my wife can walk in here and I can pretend I'm crying because I want to make sure I get some good Christmas gifts this year. So, whew, my eyes are watering. Okay. So, got that chopped up. I can hear the corn popping in the background. So I got the corn cooking as I'm chopping all the onions. Okay. I gotta do the next one still. So I have 2 big red onions. So now what I'm gonna do is, oh my gosh, the corn's popping. It's like hard to do this with the camera all at the same time. Okay, so now I'm going to just go in here and just drag my wooden spatula across the pan, trying to loosen the kernels. So I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit. They're popping a little bit. So you can see now, as I'm doing this, the bottom kernels that were against the pan, some of them sort of have a black cinch to them. I personally sort of like, I mean, this is all going to be blended together later on. I sort of like that taste. It has a little bit of like a sort of a grill, like you're gonna cook these over the grill, open flame. Sort of like if you're gonna take corn and maybe simmer corn and then grill it on the grill. It has a nice flavor. So I'm turning the heat down now. Have it on between medium and low, and I'm just trying to rotate the corn through. So just picking the corn, trying to mix it up, rotate it through. It's popping a little bit too much for my liking earlier. I'm going to grab the kernels that popped out of the can, throw those back in, and all right, it's good. So you can see here if you take it, I mean, you can see that the kernel, it sort of has like, I'm just trying to get an even golden brown black color all throughout all of them evenly. And so again, I just want to get sort of that nice even sort of like color. I don't want them like black. So I don't want them like burned. So obviously don't do that. Hey Brett, I know it does smell pretty good. And what is the temperature outside right now? It's 28 here in Minnesota. It's 28 and cloudy. I was looking at the weather earlier. It looks like a lot of the country has snow. Surprisingly, it snowed here around Halloween, and it hasn't snowed since then, really. So we've had a really mild winter so far. But I'll probably be shooting myself later on for saying that because it's probably going to snow a bunch in January, February, so we'll find out. But this is an awesome recipe to cook if you're having a cold winter's evening, or even if you just like corn. I mean, if you love corn, this is a great recipe. So I've done it also over summertime with friends, and then you can buy fresh corn and put it on the Weber, the Traeger. It's really good. So again, I'm getting that cooked up right there. And then over here in the main pot, I don't have it on yet, but I'm going to do 2 red onions, and then I'm putting in the red peppers. So I like to take a break on the onions just because my eyes get so watery when I'm doing it. So I think that's even. So again, I'm just going to chop off the ends. Chopping the ends off the onions. I mean, obviously any cooking course you go to, usually they have a lot of these things chopped in advance before maybe they live stream it on YouTube or whatever platform they like to go live on. But I just do this for fun. I'm definitely not a professional, and I definitely just do this as a hobby. My day job is different, but I have a fun time doing this. So yeah, just taking my trash can is out of frame, but just taking this, and I'm going to remove the the outside layer of the onion, and then get all that removed in the trash can. I don't need that. I want the juicy inside that has a really strong flavor to it. So you can see right away with this recipe. I mean, I got red onion. I'm going to use garlic later on. I got some red pepper, so it definitely has some really nice flavors to it. So it's not a mild soup. So if you want like more of a chicken noodle soup, or more of like a potato leek soup or a potato cheese soup, I mean, potatoes and cheese are huge in the Midwest, huge in Minnesota, Wisconsin, but this one's got some fire to it. So if you like a little bit of spice, a little bit of maybe if you like Asian food or Asian cuisine, if you like a little bit of sriracha whenever you eat, like maybe some soups, or if you put sriracha on rice or other things. I mean, that's one reason I love this recipe so much, is that it's got that kick to it. One thing I haven't showed you guys yet also is, did you say, Brett? Iron Chef did it all live, though they did have some assistance. Yeah, I know. I'm like alone right now, and we had a long day today running around. So usually my wife, she hates social media, and she hates being on camera, and she like does not enjoy all those kind of things. So she decided she'd rather take a nap right now watching Christmas movies. But no, it's fun. We my day job, I do work in digital media and all that kind of stuff. But I do interface with some bigger brands and some influencers that are like legitimate influencers, but not in the food world. So in the food world, I'm just a fanboy. I love watching Iron Chef and I mean all those food shows. I mean, I've always thought it'd be so cool if they had like those food shows and you're watching it live. Let's say you're watching it on whatever, like Hulu or Netflix or whatever you like to stream your shows from. But then wouldn't that be badass if they were able to like sync it up live with like a Grubhub or whatever like food delivery service that you're really into? So you're watching the show live, and then live in your like preferred food delivery app, they're like, oh, you're watching these participants or these people on Iron Chef, and they're making whatever. Let's say they're making like pad thai, but then the local Thai place where you live is also encouraged to like maybe deliver pad thai to you because they know you're watching that show live. I mean, I don't know. I just thought it'd be like sort of a cool idea because right now I feel like the whole like online experience with like food and delivery, it's still in the new days, and it's still really not flushed out. And even the food you order online, and like sometimes the delivery charges are like really pricey. So it's like, well, it makes sense if you order a lot of food, but if you're like ordering a little bit, I don't know if that makes sense or not. Well, that took a lot longer than I expected, so I apologize for my like one or two fans, or even if I'm just talking to myself and I'm just talking to the internet into the ether. My words are flowing away. I have no idea. Irregardless, throwing in that delicious looking just chopped veggie. So I got the red onion. I got the pepper. It looks good. And this corn smells badass. So anyways, check it out. The corn's looking like in a pretty good spot. So you can see here that it has a nice, all the kernels now have a little bit of either black on them or a little bit of orange black. So I think they're all pretty good now. So I'm just going to turn the corn down to a low just to keep it a little bit warm. Just because I don't want to get them burned, like I was saying. So I got that. And then over here, you can see right now it's just basically like a boatload of onions. But then on the top, on the bottom, this is where I have some of the two red peppers, and I just decided to throw in an orange pepper just because I had it and I wanted to use it. So, but yeah, it's got like a ton of veggies in it, which is really tasty. So, all right, throw it over there. Yeah, isn't it crazy? Like in LA, I know, like right now, especially in lockdown. I mean, I mean, COVID's horrible. I mean, it's horrible on so many levels. But and then the food industry as a whole has, I mean, it's a lot of it's really devastated right now. But there has been some interesting new business models coming out of COVID. So I think there's going to be some new disruptive models on how they actually want to both market food, but then also um, just make the holistic customer journey a lot more cohesive and just do a better job overall, like connecting all the dots so the customer, whether they're being inspired online looking at cool content, or whether they actually want to like pull the trigger and buy some product. I mean, I think a lot of people, even now, like a lot of people they're buying food kits at home just to like test cooking. And I mean, a lot of people, they don't like cooking. They don't like to be in the kitchen. But I think if some companies did a better job at sort of like inspiring people, then maybe even like real time shipping them some basic kits on how do you make something that you just watched on TV. It could be sort of an interesting, cool business model. So yeah, LA, yeah, same thing. Like whenever I travel out to LA or go to New York or all these places, like the food delivery prices are crazy. So yeah, I got the bell peppers in there. I got the red onions, and then now I'm going to cook these about 6 minutes. So turning the oven on warm. Let me come back to myself as my one-man band so I can like film this bad boy. Isn't that the most exciting shot you ever got? There's the side of my pot on a stove. How exciting is that? So again, I'm just gonna put this top on it so it sort of sweats in there. Alexa, time 6 minutes.
6 minutes, starting now.
So I do have that helpful AI running in the background. So obviously I like to use her to keep track of my timer. So I'm happy that this app doesn't have a voice so people can't just scream out things and then my Echo starts going crazy and doing different things. But anyways, we're gonna time that for about 6 minutes, and then I got the corn kernels are all cooked up here. So with the corn kernels done, I keep changing the camera. I'm trying to get the best angle here for you guys. But anyways, I'm gonna put the camera over here, and then what I'm gonna do now is when you're done towards the end of this recipe, you actually take the kernels and you're gonna blend it all together later on. I like my soup chunky. I like the texture of the corn. I also like just enjoy the flavor of like biting in, having each spoonful have some corn in it. So actually, what I do is I purposely remove probably a bowl that has like 55-60% of this normal bowl, and what I do is I take it and I purposely take these kernels out, and then what I do with these, I set them aside. So I'm just gonna take this. I usually just put it in my microwave. You can put it on the countertop. It doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna take that and actually set it aside because I'm not gonna blend. I'm not blending that bowl. Because again, I like just the texture of having that nice texture of the corn. And then when I let that cook for about 6 minutes, and so while that's cooking, first I want that to cook and sort of sweat out, and then it has the red peppers in here. It's got the orange pepper that you don't have to put in there. I mean, you only need to have 2 red peppers, and then it's got this 2 gargantuan red onions, and that's gonna really add some nice flavor. You do need to get the red onions. You can't. This recipe does not work if you have like a normal yellow onion. It's just not going to give you the same kick with flavor. You definitely need to make sure that you have the red onion. I don't always have red onions on hand in my kitchen. So during this down period, I'm just gonna go here and open a tall boy. This is my I got this like German beer advent calendar. If you don't have one of those, you you gotta get an advent calendar because all December you have an excuse to eat or drink whatever you want. So, all right, Brett, what'd you say? What kind of chili pepper do you use? What kind of chili pepper? Okay, let's see here. So yeah, for the chili, I'm not actually putting chili peppers in it, but what I am using, I keep messing with the fucking camera. Right here, real easy. So sriracha. So I also like it because I'm going to use this up also. So crazy, but I mean this bottle is like it's only like that full right now. Where literally probably like a month and a half ago this was like full. So I definitely go through this pretty quickly. But the spice that really kicks it up a notch is going to be the sriracha. So I'm not actually using any chili pepper. I mean, you can see it here, but this is like my spice rack. So I mean, I have like a ton of different spices depending on what I'm making. But no, you don't have to have chili pepper. You don't have to have that. Obviously, like you have like things like this. If you really wanted to like amp it up and do sriracha and also cayenne pepper, you could do that. But no, like that's I'm not using that today. So so yeah. So the nice thing is that it's pretty simple. So if you're having like usually I make this like on Sundays for like football. So I like to throw this together, and then I'm not a huge football guy, but my wife, she loves football. So anyways, yeah, I appreciate that. Keep the questions coming. So I'm a newbie at this thing. So basically I have no idea what's going on right now. So that's pretty good. It's a good beer. So let's see here. Alexa, how much time do we have?
You have 1 minute left on the 6-minute timer.
All right, we got 1 minute left. So after this 1 minute is done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and actually take the corn that I still have, and I'm going to throw that in the main Le Creuset pot that I have, with the onions and the pepper. And thank you, I appreciate it. Thanks, Brett. It's good to, yeah. I don't know you, but it's fun to at least talk to you. I appreciate it. So, but no, so I'll take that, and then from there, what we're gonna do is we should be in a pretty good spot. So let me check out what we got going on here. Oh man, wish you could smell this. It's looking really good. So what I did though, you probably shouldn't do. You should probably actually use an oven mitt. So do as I say and not as I do all the time. So I'm gonna grab an oven mitt just because it's getting a little bit hot. Alexa, stop timer. All right. So this is where this is where the folks for all the social media programs, you gotta somehow invent smell-o-vision. Oh my goodness. This is like I know like I'm just like visually like just like teasing you. But you can see the veggies, they sort of cook down a little bit. And I like this nice thick pot because this nice thick pot does a great job at retaining the heat, and it's just, oh my goodness, it just like really gets the flavors going, and it doesn't burn the bottom of your soup or stew or whatever you're making. So you can see before I cooked it, was sort of like 1 or 2 inches higher than it is now, probably up to here, and it just sort of cooks down like it is now. So I can't hold the camera and do this at the same time. So I'm just going to put it right there for the time being. Hopefully it doesn't fall over. And then taking the corn now. I'm just going to dump this in here. All the extra corn. So I'm going to throw it in here. And then get this guy going. So now, the non-fun part of this, like with any cooking thing, is now you gotta clean the stupid dish. But I'm just gonna place it to the side. So I'm not gonna put water on it yet because that's a great way to like mess up your dishes and crack them or something. But again, I took the corn, I put that in there, and then garlic. So now I'm going to take that corn and then just mix it in. So I just want to have it evenly dispersed throughout all the onions and the red peppers that I got going on here. So you can see now it's sort of blending, and you can see the corn kernels took a little bit of that singeing, that black golden color, took a little bit of it with it, and that's it. It doesn't seem like very much. It sort of seems like a silly small thing, but that's going to add a lot of nice flavor later on when this cooks together. Trust me, I've cooked it the other way where I didn't have that, and it wasn't as good. Okay, so another tip that I love that I mean I think a lot of cooks already do this, but if you hate like with an onion, you take you take a garlic, excuse me, not an onion, but you take a garlic like this, and it's just a pain in the butt to like flatten this and chop it, and then it gets stuck all over your fingers and all that kind of stuff. So to the lazy man way of getting garlic is going to be, I love this stuff. This is like my new addiction. You take this Kirkland garlic, and it's all pre-chopped. You don't have any of that skin that's stuck on anything, and it's in the sauce that stays moist. And literally, you just take this and throw it like in your refrigerator, and whenever you need it, you just take out a few spoonfuls. So with this, half a teaspoon is approximately 1 clove of garlic. So again, half a teaspoon is all you need for 1 clove. Again, you want a stronger flavor, so Brett's like asking, like, hey, like, what do I do? Like, how do I get stronger flavors? I mean, again, this is another great way to add some more strong flavors if you like it. So, if I have guests come over and I know they don't like spicy stuff or they don't like strong flavors, I'll put less of this in it. If they do love strong flavors, then obviously I'll put more sriracha, more garlic, more red onion, all those kind of things. So yeah. So again, take the garlic. The normal recipe asks for 5 cloves. So 5 cloves is what the normal recipe asks for. I'm the kind of usually I follow the recipe to the T, but you don't have to. So, anyways, I got this. So again, all you need is a half a teaspoon. So I have 1 teaspoon right now. So if I take that out, you can see like, I mean, literally, this is about, 1 teaspoon. So this is about 2 cloves right now. So usually I take like maybe 2 or 3 scoops like this, and that's how much I put in. So, and then if you feel like you want to have more, you can always do that. So yeah, like, just like any recipe, you can sort of customize it. It depends on how much of a strong flavor you do or do not want to have. So anyways, that's the garlic clove. Hello from Santo Domingo. How are we doing? Great to have you in the kitchen with me. Appreciate it. So yeah, so I'm gonna take that. So that's gonna be the garlic next step. And then what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to take that, and then I'm going to cook it for about 2 minutes. That's all you need. So let's go back to the oven, and so you can see here, you can't see it, but you can see here on the top, I got a little bit of garlic here. I'm just going to mix it in. So again, name of the game, just keep mixing it, mixing. Getting a little bit hot, so I'm going to turn it down to probably medium. Right now I have it more probably medium high. All right, so take that, cover that up, and then let that cook for about 2 minutes. Alexa, time 2 minutes.
2 minutes, starting now.
What are we cooking, Lucia? Well, I can cook whatever you want to cook, but what's in the dish right now is I'm cooking a fire roasted corn chowder. It has corn chowder in the name, but actually there's no actual seafood in it. It has corn in it. It's got some sriracha in it. It's got some red onion, some red pepper. It's going to be delicious. I wish I could have you guys in the kitchen with me and you can actually try it with me. It's one of my favorite recipes, especially if you're in a cold, if it's a cold evening. Santo Domingo, what's the weather right now in Santo Domingo? Alexa, what's the weather right now in Santo Domingo?
In Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, it's 77 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, you can look for mostly clear skies with a low of 72 degrees. Hope you're having a good weekend.
Oh, I'm having a great weekend because I'm making for my fire roasted corn chowder. Come on now. 77, so that's pretty warm. I mean, that's pretty warm for you, Lucia. So I don't know if you want to have. I mean, this recipe may be a little bit too spicy for like a warm day that you have. But if you have a cold evening, or if you come to visit me in Minnesota, we can have this on a cold night. It'll be delicious. So anyways, let me move the camera up now, and just wearing the hat because I have a bad hair day. I got COVID hair, so I'm just gonna hide it up there. But yeah, so that's gonna be the next step. We're gonna cook this for about 2 minutes. I just want to have it get sort of aromatic, and then after that, I'm going to throw in chicken broth. So with the chicken broth, you can see that yeah, it's always summer. I know, I'm jealous. I used to live in Asia, lived in Hong Kong for a long time, and it was always warm there also. And I have a lot of colleagues in Central South America. Alexa, stop. I know, I'm jealous. I wish I could like import your warm weather. So it gets really crappy here in the Midwest. I wish I could like import your warm weather and the humidity and all that kind of stuff. So I'm jealous. Yeah, I know, Brett. It's a bad hair day for all of us. I I had to figure out like where can I go and feel safe to get a haircut, or maybe I just need to like not get a haircut or just shave my head bald. But I don't think it's sort of a weird concept. Some people have really good heads that are bald, and other people have like awkward sized heads that don't look good when they're bald. But I decided I want to have some hair. I don't think I have a good head for baldness. So anyways, so I take now that I'm done with that tangent, I'm going to take this this chicken broth and then just add the broth into the main pot. So let's see here. So it's looking pretty good. Smelling really good. It smells like delicious right now. All right. So again, let's give you guys a little bit of a view of what's going on here. So you can see that is the current view on how it's all sort of boiling down in the pot together. It's looking pretty good. And I'm just going to throw it there so you can see the pot. I need to get like a higher thing so you can actually see inside of it. So yeah, I have what you need now is you need 6 cups of vegetable stock. So I've already pre-measured this actually in advance. It's like the one thing I did pre-measure just because I was like, oh, I'll save time with the chicken broth. But then I had the amateur move of not saving time with chopping all the veggies. So you guys enjoyed the earlier half of the show where you could watch me just chop veggies. Highly exciting, highly exciting. So anyways, this will help calm it down. So again, I'm just putting in. You can put in vegetable stock. You can put in chicken stock. I'm actually using chicken stock right now. But again, it's up to you in terms of what kind of stock you want to throw in here. So yeah, personal preference on whatever you like. I know it does look nice. I wish you looks really good so far. Thank you for the kind words. I appreciate it. So yeah, so I'm gonna take that. What we got here, and then I'm gonna add the sriracha also. So with the sriracha, you need about 1/2 cup. So I'm gonna take the sriracha. You can't see it. There you go. I'm gonna take the sriracha, and I'm actually gonna be adding about 1/2 cup of this. So you can see I've had this for a while. My family, we go through sriracha pretty quick. Let me get the right cup here. And then you can see here that so I'm just gonna take this and literally just add that in. Maybe a little bit light actually. So just get it all out, get all the good stuff out. It's sort of funny, like sauces are a whole interesting thing also for people around the world. They it's like whatever sauce you get, people always want to get every drop. It's like every drop, get me every drop. I want all the drops. So whether it's like ketchup or sriracha or soy sauce or whatever sauce is popular, they always want to get every single drop. And I'm the same way. I want to get every drop of sriracha into the stew. Let's see here. Let me get all that out. That's good. I was successful in using up the entire bottle of sriracha. And again, this is a live view of what's going on. So again, I'm taking my wooden spatula. I'm just going to drag it on the bottom to try to release anything I may have gotten stuck on the bottom. And it's looking really good. My mouth is actually watering as I'm doing this. I feel bad for anyone looking online right now where it's like, hopefully you're quickly ordering some of your favorite stew wherever you are or whatever kind of soup you like also, because otherwise I'll be getting hungry. So, yum, yum. All right, so I'm gonna take that, take the top, put the top on there, and then, oh crap, I forgot the thyme. Okay, I'm gonna add the bay leaves, some thyme. So, got a little bit of thyme here, and also the bay leaves, and this just adds extra flavor to the broth. So you can see here, this is the thyme, and then over here, just some bay leaves. I usually take like 2 or 3. So 2 or 3 bay leaves, and these will I'll throw these in also. So that'll be looking good. So taking that, and then so I threw in the bay leaves, and now I'm going to throw in the thyme as well. So again, like anything, the more fresh the ingredients, the better. So these ones are pretty fresh. I mean, I just got these. So I've been cooped up at home for so long where it's sort of fun to just walk around the grocery store and explore, and like I feel like slowly just get more confidence going out and checking out whatever they have in the store. So it's sort of, I don't know, as I get older, it's sort of fun just to walk around and explore all the new brands and whatever kind of food people are trying to sell or use in recipes. All right, put that on. I'm trying to heat up pretty high. I'm going to turn the heat up pretty high so it actually will start boiling. And then we're going to let that go for about 45 minutes. So yeah, I want to let it go for about 45 minutes. I'm not going to stream that for 45 minutes because it'd be a pretty boring stream unless you want me to make small talk and just do that only. So what I'll do is I'll turn this off, and then I'll turn it back on later on so you can see the next steps after 45 minutes, where we can go in there and actually start blending it all together, and then you'll see sort of the secret sauce afterwards. So I'll give you a last glimpse of how it's looking, and then when I go offline for a little bit. So again, there it is. I'm just going to let that boil for about 45 minutes, and then we'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, see ya.